What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Stupid. It's Monday the 18th of January. Hope you're well and you've had a great weekend. You've been waiting to hear my sexy voice. I'm here to spruce up the week for you. I started off with with my sultry tones, with the most unsexiest accents in the country, apparently, according to many polls. Not any polls that were ever conducted in Birmingham, because they most certainly would say the opposite, of course. And everybody that's listening to this podcast would obviously say the opposite, because you know I'm tickling your earbuds as we speak. But we don't know where they get it from. Anyway, should I say? I've lost my train of thought now. Well, I was going to say, I'm doing the videos this week. I'm not going to do them as of next week, I don't think, for a little while, because nobody actually watches them anyway. So until I get the marketing right, I ain't going to get anybody to watch them. So I'm going to carry on with the podcast, though. I did say this on Friday, but I've decided to... I'm stuck in I'm in a routine now, so I don't know how to break it. So we'll just roll with the videos this week, and only I'll watch them. I'll watch myself back, and I'll tell you how great I looked. Wokism apparently is ideological terrorism. Wokism coming out. It's like Chinese torture. It is listening to those kind of people. To be fair, you can't get away with anything. And this guy's saying that writers are now stifling writers and creators because they are scared to write anything, because they're being oppressed by these fucking wokist ideas and offenders, the offended, should I say, who are now the offenders, because you're offending the people who are writing the stuff by coming out with your offences. So it goes around, but yeah, they're saying that. I mean, imagine what the TV is going to be like in about fucking a year or two's time. I agree with him. It's going to be proper shit. You can't, like, you know. If anybody's ever watched Family Guy, I mean, fucking, they get away with absolutely anything in there. I don't know where. I've never watched for any complaints on there, but they've got to have complaints left, right, and centre, because some of the fucking humour in that is what half the time is what loads of people would want to say, but would never say it, and they say it in that, which cracks me up. Proper, so funny, but. Most other places, they can't get away with it, and they won't get away with it, or you're not allowed to say this and you're not allowed to say that, or we shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, if it's if it's expressing a situation or a true story, or relaying fucking what is actually going on in the world, then how can you be offended by that? That's fucking actually what's happening. But wokist, is that what people are going to call themselves, wokist? I've had it before when I did a comedy show in London. Somebody followed me out and goes, if you don't mind, I thought you were very funny, but I have to tell you that what you said there was racist. I said, well, it wasn't racist at all. It was far from fucking racist. But you've assumed it to be offensive to you, and you followed me out and called me out on it. It's because I called somebody black. I mean, please, That's like the opposite of offence. You're actually offending. You're being offended for people who wouldn't be offended, i.e. the black people who was in the audience, which you are suggesting that I've offended. So, you know, it goes like that. But anyway, let's move on from that. But I can't get down with that fucking shit. You got them coming out now, slagging off people like Bill Hicks and comedians of the past because they've said this or they've said that. That's woke comedians. Comedians today who talk a load of fucking shit, and they are offended by someone like Bill Hicks because, you know, he says something that was probably deemed less offensive then than it is now, but it's still funny and it's comedy from then. So we're saying you should ban him and take him off certain things. I'm offending myself talking about it. Let's move off it, for fuck's sake. Aliens on 5 planets could soon be watching Earth and spying on humans, claims experts. Are they going to be fucking going, look at them, like they're all fucking out each other? They're all like, we've sent down our woke vibes, our woke rays, should I say, and it's working. It's working. They're all turning on each other, and now. You don't need that. You just need Donald Trump. You just need to fucking zap Donald Trump. Maybe he was zapped at birth. Maybe he was the aliens put a signal into Donald Trump's mother's head, and he popped out to divide everybody that he come into contact with. I tried to turn that political, didn't work, did it? But anyway, 5 planets could soon be watching Earth. Spies on humans claim. ETs. They know about Earth. How many times have I spoke on this channel about aliens don't exist, they do exist, they don't exist, they don't exist, they don't exist. One expert, another expert, one expert, another expert. Another one says there's no chance that there's any life within any light years away from us. And now this guy's saying that they're looking at us from 5 different ones. So Uranus, they are thought to be super Earths, larger than our planet, but smaller than Uranus and Neptune. And the scientists say alien astronomers with the right equipment would be able to see that Earth is abuzz with electromagnetic activity. There you go. That's the electromagnetic activity that I was going to say Phil Spector died today, didn't he? Or yeah, he's died recently anyway of COVID-19. The musician or the producer that got put inside for murder, and he had one of the most scariest haircuts ever that he wore in court, I believe. And he just looked like he just looked guilty. He looked like his name's Phil Spector. He made him look as scary as he possibly could to sit in the courtroom. He didn't do himself any favours because he got fucking sent to prison for that. He got life. He didn't get away with it. And that's the electromagnetic. He looked like the electromagnetic field that affected his hair and sent it up into a big ball of, like what you see on some kind of cartoon. Japanese cartoon, Magma or whatever it's called. He had a crazy hairdo like that. So the aliens are watching us and seeing people like that, and there's just, they watch us and just think we're fucking nuts, I'm sure. They just think it wouldn't be hard to take this place off us. Seriously, just saying, there's nobody we're destroying it. Anyway, they might just say, we'll just wait, it's going to be fucked. They've started off the global warming, they ain't going to come back. They ain't going to come back from that. They've killed it. They're eating plastic at the minute. They're eating fish full of plastic. They're eating animals full of fucking antibiotics and genetically modified animals, I might say. Everyone's seen that bull, the big bull that's been paraded. It's like a fucking. It's like an Arnold Schwarzenegger of bulls. They've made all its muscles extra massive. It's about 3 times the size of what a normal bull should be. It's fucking ridiculous. And that's like a Franken bull. They've like created it out of like test tubes and they've just messed with fucking nature and created this horrible fucking looking thing. It's a shame. A real shame. And that's to make sure there's more meat on the animal. What a fucking world we live in. Anyway, Donald Trump, back to Donald Trump. The baby blimp. Remember the big blow up baby blimp? The big, what's it called? It's like it used to float in the sky. They set it off, didn't they? It went across London. They called it a blimp. It's like a big floatable, big floating bath duck, but of Donald Duck. A big, like a duck you put in the bath. The yellow things. It's like a huge one of them with a Donald Trump face. That's what it reminded me of. And that is floated above London. It's called a blimp, the baby blimp. It's going in a museum anyway. I got it out in the end. It's going in a museum until a Trump visitor, a Trump supporter, is visiting the UK, and he's got his little pistol with him, and he shoots it and lets it down, blows it up or whatever. Because not a lot of people. It's an offensive. It's offensive to Trumpism anyway, let's put it that way. It's definitely offensive to Trump. I'd hate that. I'd hate to be that famous and that hated that they make a big baby blimp of me and make it float over London. It's got a nappy on as well, I think. It's ridiculous. It always cracked me up when I saw that the first time. Whoever made that is fucking, he's got to be given an award of some description. Just for a comedy award, at the least. A McDonald's fan has made a vape, like vape pens and whatever. He's made a vape out of a burger. So all these flavours and everything you can eat. Now you can get a McDonald's burger vape. That's just ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, fucking... You're probably just like... Every time you smell it, you're going to be rushing off to McDonald's, aren't you? Because it's addictive. McDonald's is like addictive food, isn't it? So they're going to suck on that, smell the McDonald's, and then subliminally just fucking head straight to McDonald's, buy some food, come back, feel like shit, come back, smoke on the vape pen again. Next thing you know, same again, and rotate. They can make these flavours out of smells out of anything, can't they? The vapor flavours. They got them all. The best one's the weed one, which really is weed. I've seen people sneak weed into it, and you suck on the vape pen, blows your head off. Especially when you don't tell anybody, you just say it's a weed flavour, and tell them it's actually weed in it. Speaking of horrible smells, McDonald's. I mean, I wouldn't want to be near anybody fucking smoking that McDonald's burger. Imagine somebody sitting on the train and they suck on that vapor pen, and that smell comes over you. I hate people eating McDonald's on the train when they're near you. All you can smell, it smells fucking horrible. And something else I imagine would smell horrible. I was leading into something there, and that is a vagina-scented candle by Gwyneth Paltrow. I can't imagine. I'm sure it's meant to smell quite nice, even if she is bigging herself up by suggesting this smells like my vagina. If she was true and she put out a candle that did smell like on a vagina, or maybe she'd say, oh, this is Tuesday vagina, this isn't Friday vagina, after I've had a nice scented bath. This is Tuesday vagina, after I've not seen anybody for a few days and I couldn't be bothered to fucking get out of my pyjamas. Lockdown Tuesday, call it. That's the one that's probably set this living room on fire, because somebody, the candle has caught fire in a woman's living room. It's blew up and caught fire, set fire to the living room. So I can only imagine that she got the Tuesday odour. Anyway, sorry ladies, bringing the tone of the podcast down there. Last one I'm going to do, I think, apart from George Michael was once flashed his Bananarama, apparently it's saying here, to Bananarama. He flashed his Bananarama to Bananarama, that's a tongue twister. Basically, they was on holiday together, and they were doing a home video, and he accidentally walked past with showing his bowl of fruit. And they said that later on, they found out recently that he's deleted the video from the video camera. And that's probably good now, because that would sneak out. They're probably a bit skint now, Bananarama, and I bet they'd put that out now he's dead, and he's probably, everything related to George Michael's going to be worth a fortune now, isn't it? And especially a picture of his, I'm sure. I mean, any kind of old footage and old music, and that's going to come out and be popular, isn't it? There you go. Again, oh, to be that famous. Last one I'm going to do is internet porn is the common source of sex education for young adults, say researchers. Those aged 18 to 24 are more likely to access the web for sexual information than ask somebody they know. Especially for some of the shit that you see on the fucking porn sites. They ain't going to go and ask you, as if you're going to ask your teacher or your parents or anybody else about any of that. It's all... rightly so, it's all fucking there, right in your face, whatever you fucking want to address. But 18 to 24, I digress that these people know plenty by the time. I mean, it's 13 and fucking 14. They probably find out more than I knew when I was 18 and 24 now, because it is all accessible. I wish I was young again, because now you just have to be a dirty old man instead of being a young, inquisitive youth. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm not a dirty old man. I don't know what any of those sites are called. Mrs. Mrs. Last one I'm going to do then. I'm going to do. No, I'm going to do another one. I thought that was the last one I was going to do. It is the last one I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it there. I've got myself all tongue-tied. I'm going to have to do another one now. Sorry, I can't leave it there. Breakfast is back for families and commuters stuck at home during lockdown, a study has found. Jam, marmalade, peanut butter, honey, curd. And breakfast is only back because people are just forgetting 9 o'clock when I'm meant to be starting work. That's now the new breakfast time, 9 till 11, that's breakfast. Even though Zoom's on in the corner, I'll wear my shirt and tie, but my pyjama bottoms, if anybody comes online, I'll run to my seat. Otherwise, it's a long breakfast reading a newspaper, because you got to use the lockdown for your own benefit, and that is to do is at least do the work that you've got to do, but just do it in the fastest amount of time possible and give yourself extra hours off. You can do it, you can, and everyone's figured that out. So everyone will be pissed off when they have to go back to work, I think. I certainly will. I'm going to leave it there and do another one tomorrow. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and see you then. Bye.